Okay then, I won't wait too long. Hello, my name is Jenny. I'm today's moderator and the talker of the first session of this webinar, Digital Sketching in the Third Dimension. I would like to thank everyone here, and I'm really happy to meet you online. And I'm actually a bit nervous since this is our first online webinar. I've been on-site workshops, but don't really have a lot of experience doing this online. So I ask you for some of your understandings in case there are some parts of this webinar having some issues with the operation when it's not too smooth. I'm trying my best, so I hope everyone enjoys this time and gets the expectations you all were expecting for. So I am Jenny. As I said, I'm the community manager. I'm working in Feather team, and actually I've also studied industrial design myself. And that's how I got to know this app and felt like this was something I would like to work for. And today we have our guest designer. He does interior design. His name is Ariel Casia, and he's living in Singapore. He would be in our second session showing his drawings and sketching and how he's using Feather in actually his own professional scene. So before we start, I would like to start with a short introduction of also our team. If you see my name on Discord, it says jenny.sketchsoft because Sketchsoft is actually our company's name. And we were established in 2020. We are really a small startup group in Seoul. We just released the beta version of Feather in 2021 in July. And actually, Ariel has been using Feather since then. And it was officially released last year, 2021. And in November, which is pretty recent. So this is the app, 3D Sketchbook, light as a feather, Feather. So today's webinar would be the first part from me, overview of drawing with Feather. I will go through the features really quick and show you a quick drawing of a chair. By this screen here, Ferry. Ferry is actually one of my other account, so I can show you my drawings. And then after that, it would be Ariel's part. He would be showing his sketches and using Feather for sketching and communicating with the explanations and a live demo too. And at the end, we will have the questions and answers time. So if you have anything you want to ask about, you can also just join the chat in this webinar stage. So after that, I will go through all the questions at the end. So while me and Ariel is speaking, you can also leave any questions you want in the chat and I will go through them. Or in the questions and answers, you can also raise your hands in the stage and I will let you speak directly what you want to ask for. Okay, so actually I like to have some time for also the audience to introduce themselves. But for the online session today, I won't like to use too much time for that. So I would directly go to the overview of Feather. So here I can also show you lively the Feather app, but I want you guys to see my keynote first so I can show you a really fast going through all the features. We actually have a support page with all the details, so don't be worried if you miss anything because all of these are also online and you can just read them as much as you want in detail. So first, Feather actually has a home page, we call this. You can organize the folders, you can organize all your notes, you can rename them, you can make folders, you can arrange them alphabetically or by the dates. You can actually go to see the booth here, which shows any event going on or also the release notes for the updates. Here you can duplicate the notes, select the notes, and more like that, as you can do in most of the drawing apps. And then if you open up a new note, here with the plus button, you can make a new note. And I think Annie just requested to speak, but I think while this session going through, I would like for you to keep the questions until the end for the questions and answers time, or keep the message, leave the message as if you want to talk about anything. And so if you start the note here, there is a lot of buttons actually, but it's quite simple, it's not too much. We would go through all of them while I'm drawing. But just some points, with here in the brush panels, you could change the brush types, the size of it, the opacity, and of course the color you can choose. And you can also have like a saved palette of series of the brushes you have been using. Next, we have like a group function, so you can organize your drawings, of course, by groups. You can hide them if you want. You can select some parts of the group's drawings, and then you can also change, rearrange the organized numbers, and you can move the strokes you want to move in some specific groups. And we also have the select tool, so you can select the drawings you already drew, and then you can move them with the interface here. We call this a joystick. So you can move it or stretch it, change the size, or rotate them. You can also duplicate them, or duplicate like a mirror symmetrically, or by the base point in the middle. And here, number 1, it's like the mirror mode you can turn on and off. So you can draw symmetrically whenever you want. And also in the group panel here, you can see the one last at the last. Here you can change the environment. So you can turn on and off the grids, the background color of it, and we have like the fog effect we call. It makes you feel the depth in the drawing, like in the 3D drawing scene. You can turn that on and off too. And here we have the clipboard. You can import any images you want to keep it as a reference. It's like a floating window in your scene. You can of course import those images into the scene. Here we have the resource tab for that. So you can manage the guide you draw, we call, and the 3D OBJ files you imported, and the images you imported too. Importing the image is a bit different with the clipboard because the imported images are actually in the 3D scene, as you see, because this is just floating 2D in front of your drawings. And after you draw it, you can export them. So here you can find the exporting tab here, and also you can share it by a public link. And with this link, people are possible to view the drawings in 3D online just by opening it with a web browser. You can save the thumbnail, which you can check in the home page, and then you can also view it in AR. You can also hide the UIs, so you have like a clear note with just the drawings. And we have like a finger pen mode we call. This is for the people who use the tablets without a pen device or a capacitive pen. With the export tab, you can go and see which file formats you want to export the drawings with. So you have a PNG file, like a capture of an image. The GIF files, it's like a turntable turning around GIF files. And 3D formats, we support GLTF, and also OBJ files are supported. If you go to the format, you can check more detailed changes for the formats. For example, for video, if you click this, you can turn and view around as you want, and we actually record that, and you can get it into an MP4 file. So I think we had like a really fast overview for most of the features of Feather, and now I'm happy to show you directly with my iPad. So here we go. So I've just showed you that with the group, I had my previous drawing here, and I will start drawing again. So with my fingers, as you see, you can view around in this 3D space. Maybe it's better to view around with the chair. And then near the side, I double tap. It goes to the orthographic view of the front. And then I go more close to the top view, and I double tap, and it brings me to the top view. So this is pretty handy if you get to use to know about the 3D space, like where you are drawing at. And with the 2 fingers, of course, you can zoom in and out. You move with the 2 fingers. And with 3 fingers, you can actually slide up and down for the field of view of the camera. And you double tap and you get orthogonal camera, and double tap with 3 fingers again for the perspective view. So now, to start drawing, we have a very new type of interface. It's kind of could be unfamiliar for some people. So the first line I draw, it's like a dashed line at the moment, and if I let it go, it becomes like a 3D surface. We call this a 3D guide because this will disappear after I finish my drawing. So if I draw on top of this a circle, it would be drawn, like projected on top of this screen that I drew before. So it's on this wavy 3D guide, and then I press this X button here, and it would just leave my 3D strokes in the 3D space. So if I want to draw this time in this part, I draw the 3D guide again, and I draw the 3D stroke, and now it's placed here. So it's basically repeating this again and again in this 3D space to draw 3D lines and sketching. So I can also select them and delete them. Or I can use the eraser to delete partially or the whole thing. So let's start drawing my chair. I would say I would like to draw the legs of the chair in this way. I can change my brush type from the one that was finishing like sharply in the end to a more like a marker type, which has like a very same thickness. I can also change the thickness of the brush here and the colors here. Maybe this time I will go a bit blue. And here it's for the opacity, I will keep it 100. So I draw my thick legs like this here. And since the chair is symmetric, I will turn on my mirror line. So you can see the baseline blue here in the bottom going past through here. And if I click this after selecting, it will duplicate it symmetrically by this mirror line. And I will keep the mirror mode on, so I will keep drawing symmetrically. And so now I want more thinner lines like a wire going past through here as a detail. And I will draw the bottom part of the chair with like also the arms going up. And as you see now, my lines are being drawn symmetrically like this. Now I will try to draw the back cushion here. And for the back, I think I would use one more function here. It's called bending the guide. Until now, I always drew the guide with once. So I draw it and it makes a surface going through this line, extruded. And I can see this green line, which is the baseline that started from the first point I started to draw. And if I use this bending, I can bend this guide once, following the green line, like this. And now I have this line on this bended curve, which is more three-dimensional, I think. So I got a nice line. And I want to make a line that can explain about the depth. So I will turn off the mirror. And I think the back of this chair would be like this, and underneath also like this in the middle. So it makes kind of a bit more sense, I think. And also I think I want to draw a cushion on top here. I will turn on the mirror back and draw my cushion here. And to color it, actually we don't have a painting tool yet, so I have to draw the guide here again. And let's say I change the color, and basically I have to still color it like I'm using a colored pencil. But we are still in development for making painting and coloring more easier, actually. And the back part of this drawing too. And then I would actually like to show you using the joystick here. So if I don't like the position of this cushion here, I can just select it as I did, and with this joystick I can move it wherever I want. So I need to have it a bit more closer to the back, I think. And if I wanted to make it longer, I can stretch it with this point here. Also, I can make it stretching in this direction or in a more free way like this. Or I can lock it so it only moves horizontally. And also rotate by 15 degrees, which the rotating point is in the center all the time, like this cross in the middle. So if I move the screen here and rotate, it would rotate in like a bigger circle of a clock. But here it doesn't move by 15 degrees, it's more free. So you have two kinds of modes here. So I think this might be all I would like to draw for this now. But I would go to see. So with the fog effect, you can see that the strokes in more the back, it gets foggy, like showing the three-dimensional kind of feeling. And if I turn it off, everything gets more clear. And this button, you can get rid of the grid. And here I can change the color of my background. I can also add images in the background too. And I guess this was more or less it. And as I said here, you can share it or view it in AR and do everything. This one is actually the button to save the drawing. And all the drawings are saved online. Our app is actually a web-based app. And with this button, I can go back to my home where all my drawings are. And this is the thumbnail you can see. And I would like to show the thumbnail here. All right. I think this would be all for my live demo of showing how feather is used and how you can use for it to be drawing. So let me get back with the keynote. Thank you, Sensing Turtle, for saying that was awesome. And guys, I'm just waiting for my keynote to be shown in the screen, so please wait a second. And the second part with Ariel would be the main part actually, and I guess a lot of people are actually waiting for this part more. Okay, just before we get back to my keynote, and Kit just said that it might not be so compatible with non-screen pen tablets. To be honest, I would say quite yes, but we support keyboard key maps, so you can use it with the desktop PC with the non-screen pen tablets. So if you are comfortable enough with using the pen tablets, it's pretty handy to use it with the desktop PC, with your keyboard, and with the non-screen pen tablets. And on the support page or in our community, you can easily find the key map. And to be honest, for me, I'm not a user of the pen tablets, so I'm not really used to the pen tablets. So I'm more used with this iPad. But I found a lot of people who are used to the pen tablets, they use it pretty much well. So let's fastly get back to my keynote, and the other questions you leave all in the text board I would answer after all our sessions. So if I keep drawing, I've only shown doing this quick and easy sketch of a chair as a product design student I've learned before. But if you draw in an illustration style and color it much more with like this style, you can draw this cupcake. You can actually decorate your own cupcake in your own iPad or in your own Feather, because we give this as an example note. And with just lines, I like these kind of simple doodling styles too in Feather. And you can draw characters you like, and I've always loved trying to use the opacity and giving this kind of watercolor styles. So it's our biggest next session with Ariel. I would like to invite him to speak. So hi Ariel, would you like to join the stage? Yes, welcome. He would be showing with his iPad a series of sketches and his works.
So I kept on improving, so I'm trying to already have my style already in my sketching. So basically my sketches look like hand-drawn also, so which is good. Okay, drawn on the iPad. So I love sketching. I've really explored a lot of apps. Okay, this is actually drawn in Keynote. There's a drawing tools in there if you try to study it. Okay, this is drawn on Notes app, which I believe everyone has if they have their iPhone and iPad. So this is just Notes app. So yeah, you can do a lot. Okay, this is also in iPad. I've explored even 360 sketches. Okay, I've also explored incorporating AI into my sketches. As you can see, I've merged it with Stable Diffusion. So yeah. Okay, this on screen now is my first sketch when I found out about Feather. This was like 2 years ago. This is a project I already used in my project. It's a real project. We were studying how to do the alfresco dining. So I thought of using Feather so I can really look at different vantage points without really having more time using those 3D modeling softwares, right? Which can be tedious at times. So yeah, this is the biggest Feather drawing I've done. I try to push what this app can do. Like I really went to the site and really look at the proportions and sketch from it. So yeah, it's very sketchy, but yeah, it still looks nice. Okay, this is the sketch I'm going to demonstrate to you all. It's a small house. It's a couple's house, a starter home for new couples, basically. So I'm gonna start on the right side and move, complete the whole plan before I try to extrude or sketch showing the heights of all this. Yeah. Okay. So let me go to my feather. Okay. Wait. I want to check you guys if you all heard what I was saying. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me go to Keynote. All right, I'm sorry, Keynote, not Keynote. Feather, I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna start drawing. Okay. Okay, in interior design or architecture, right? We have the standards for the 3D, right? Which is okay. I'm just going to demonstrate. So in 3D, right? We have the X, we have the Y, and the Z is pointing upwards, right? Right. So that's the Z. That's the standard 3D coordinates, yeah. So okay. Let me erase everything. Okay, so I'm gonna start drawing my plan. So I'm using this. I'm gonna have a smooth stroke here where I will start my. Okay, hold on. Let me just fix my. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, actually, okay, this is my drawing. I call it drawing guide. I think it suits more for like doing interior designs or architecture. Okay, so whatever you draw on this drawing guide, right? It's basically you make this drawing guide perpendicular to your screen. So whatever you draw is aligned on this drawing. So okay, let me start my drawing. Okay, so I will start the plan. I will draw. Okay, I'm using the brush stroke. This is the one with the thin line in the beginning and ends. In the middle is the thicker than ends of the thin line. So I prefer this because it feels more sketchy to me. So I'm gonna draw the right. Okay, if you okay, I'm drawing. Now. Okay, I'm drawing the bedroom. Bathroom is on the right side. So okay, this is going to be very sketchy because like for designers, like you don't really when you're doing design, right, you don't really like go too much detail until you really figure out your best design. So I'm just going to show you. So this is the bathroom. Okay, this this part is basically the walk-in wardrobe. See, I'm gonna erase. I'm gonna draw. This is the closet basically. I have a walk-in closet. So this is the dresser. This part is, oh my god, this is the kitchen basically. It's a small house, so I tried to fit it all here. That's the hood. I mean the cooker. This is the sink. So these lines, well, it's up to you if you want to make the walls thicker. But yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so that's the right side. Okay, I'm doing the open living and dining area. If you've seen my sketch, right? So I'm drawing. Okay, I think gonna draw. So my reference for scale now, right? Because I believe they are still in development of adding measurements. So I'm using the grid, right, for the measurement. So one grid is 1 meter square, or in feet is about 3 feet, 3 by 3 feet. Yeah. So that's my reference now. So because in Singapore we're using metric. So this is select tool. You can move using this joystick. Okay, this is okay. At the back here is the high dining table, which works as a work desk also when you want to work at home. So you can use this. So that's the sofa I'm gonna use. Okay, I'm gonna put a coffee table here. Okay, it didn't work. Okay, so you can adjust this size. That's a coffee table. Okay, I'm gonna draw the TV console. So it's somewhere there. Okay, hold on to your questions later. I believe you have many questions. So that's the living room dining. Okay. Okay, let me do the bedroom. Okay, the bedroom is in a pivot. That's why I call it pivot house. Okay. So I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna rotate it. I think it's about okay. I rotated it because by doing this one, right, you can see it created a foyer space there. So that's my foyer space. So basically that's the entrance thing. So this is my main door. So once you enter, you see everything there. Walk-in wardrobe. Okay, the bathroom door is here. Okay. Okay, enter here. Then how do you go to the bedroom? Okay, there is this. This is the entrance to the bedroom. Okay, let's do. Okay, I'm not very I mean, my sizes may not be exactly if I want to be, but I think my proportions are like okay because I've been doing this thing for the longest time. Okay, you can select, you can copy, you can move there. That's the side table. Side table with table lamp. Okay, so what's needed here? I think we want a nice reading chair here. Okay, this one will be a challenge for me, going chairs. Okay, I think if you don't want another TV, you can just add the. Okay, see, everything is very sketchy because our target is to design and not really, unless you want to add this to your presentation in PowerPoint or in design, then maybe you spend more time improving all these lines. But I think, okay, so that's, and okay. If, for example, you're drawing like that's like this one, right? Then you don't know what to do. You just double click, double tap, yeah. Then you're back to the drawing plane parallel to your screen. So that's the plan. Okay, wait, let me just add our entrance. Okay. That's the foyer. I have another closet here. It's good to have more storage space. Okay. So I got the layers. This group, right? I think is good to organize your group. This is in many apps we use, right? Like Photoshop or AutoCAD. We have these layers, so it's good to organize all these lines into their own layers. I'll put plan here. Okay. All right. Then okay. Okay. I think I want to. Okay. Okay. I want to select. I think I want to select all the walls. Now, okay. I'm doing this very fast. So I'm selecting those which are like full height because I want to pull it up. Okay, so I think I've selected most of it. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new layer. Then those selections, right? It went to this new layer. So okay, and it's still selected. So if I double click, okay, so I can actually move this up there. Okay, wait, let me. So it's aligned. Okay, so for the heights, you have to trust. You have to see your proportion. So I think about there. Okay, so okay, this one is not there. Okay. So how do you add? Okay, because everything you draw in Featherite is basically all wireframe. So there's no surfaces until you added strokes to them. So like this one, you see I've added the height, but there's no surface. So let me add some lines at the corners. Okay. So reset your drawing guide. So I don't have a drawing guide now. I want to draw. I just want to draw. I just want to draw a line at the corner here. You see that line? If I select that one, right, maybe I'll try to change its thickness so I can see. So basically, I just copy them to where all the corners are. Okay, I think I have it here. I have here. I'm basically copying. Okay, don't worry about this thickness, right? Because on plan, I'm just trying to align my corners. Okay, I think I have corners here, and then here. Okay, then a few more. I have a corner here. Okay, I'm doing this fast, so bear with me if a lot are not aligned. So okay, so, so I think I'm gonna select all this. Yeah, and I'll change the width thinner to like. Then you can feel it's changing. Right. If you want to erase, you just click this one. It will erase a part, but if you click the next one, you can erase the whole line. Okay, like this I don't like. All right, then okay. Okay, I'll rename this into maybe chili lines. Okay, I'll create another one. Let's do furniture. So I'm going to the sorry, I'm going to the plan layer where all my furnitures are. So I want to copy. I want to copy all this. Or I want to move all this. Okay, is that all the furniture? Yes. Okay, to move a sketch to another layer, you just select all and you press this arrow. There. So now, if I turn off the rest of it, see, this, you can see only the furniture. So it's good to really organize your layers properly. Okay. So these are all the furnitures. So to draw this, you don't really have to make it so nice. Okay, like this dresser table, right? You just, you just select, then copy to its height. Okay. See, then same thing. You can draw the corners. Okay. What did I do? Okay, then write the corner. Okay, I just so this is like isometric, right? So I just draw corners. Maybe when you keep on practicing, right, you'll have your own style of doing this. But for me, because I like freestyle, so basically I don't really follow procedures, right? So at the end, the most important is getting what you're expecting. So, for example, yeah, this is the table, so you can add more details to it. But yeah, basically, I just do like this, copy. So this is the stool, right? See, then I just do like that. I just, so it's very sketchy. You can add detail if you want. So as long as it interprets your, I think this one should be okay. Or if you want, or maybe you want add some thickness to your table. Why not? If you want, like, if you want, maybe some over there. Okay, so that's for that dresser table. You can erase this if you want, erase that. So that's the table. That's two. Okay, now let's go to the sofa probably. Okay, so I'll just copy again, and then this about a meter, so or 3 feet high or less. So basically, right. Again, I'm just gonna do the drawing guide like that. See? Because I want to draw the corners. You can just sketch it loosely. I don't mind. So even on the other side. Yeah, maybe that's right. Okay. So I don't need this. I don't need this. Oh, see something around there. Something happened here. Okay, I'm drawing in perpendicular. You can shade it if you want, so you don't get confused. Actually, I can just copy this down. Then, okay, I'm creating another layer. I will call it, maybe you can call it shade. I wanna add some shade. So I'm using, okay, there's two pens, right? One is, okay, I'll call it brush and the pen. So I'm using the pen now. The pen, I'll try to use probably some yellow. Then the color, probably some gray tone. So, what happened? Okay, here. So, you'll notice it will cover some of your lines. So what I like to do is I try to, okay, see it's quite thin, quite thick, so probably, okay, so, okay. So if your lines are thick, right, and you make it thin, you will see it's not really filled up. So what you do is you can add more lines. Okay, wait. Let me. Sometimes because it covers your lines, right? I normally put it under those lines. Or if it's too thick, or it's too light, you can make it dark. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, so that's how you shade that. So for, okay, I'll go back to friendship. So for this one, we just just a little bit high. Okay. What's the time now? It's 5. Okay, we still have like 30 minutes. So, okay, I'm doing the coffee table. I'm sorry. So, okay, my pen now is at the brush pen. So I want to use the same pen as previously. So what I do, right, there's what do you call this? Ink dropper. You go to select, then you just click. You just click. So your brush becomes the pen now. So what I'll do now, right? Okay. Okay, because this is sketch, right? So I'll just do some design, something like that. Okay, so that's the main tool for Feather, I believe, is the drawing guide. Tool. So wherever you have your drawing guide parallel with, right, then you can already sketch your thing. So that's your coffee table. So okay, let me. So for the TV console, right, it's basically the same. Okay, I need to unselect this one. Okay, so I copy, then I push up. It's about 850. Okay. So if you are in interior design or architecture, right, you really have to know your proportions, the standard heights for furniture. So it's easier for you to. Oops, sorry, I haven't drawn my drawing yet. Easier for you to plan and design. Oops, sorry, again. Okay, so I have to draw like this. Actually, I can just draw just one vertical, right? Then I can just copy it like, and then I'll just show you again. So it's the same step I did with the others. So yeah. So that's the shape of, okay, if you want to add more detail, you just okay, unselect like that. You copy, then you move down. Then you have your tabletop. Okay, so the TV, I don't think you need. Okay, this. Okay, maybe the TV console is like that. Okay, then if you want to add more, so you can probably do like that. It's a TV console. Okay. Yeah, that's a TV console. Okay, if you want to see this in the space, so yeah, something like that. Okay, if you want to add TV, for example, you want to add TV, so you can put it there. You can select if you want to. Okay, I'm copying these lines, right? Then I'm gonna rescale it using this joystick. Then I can already have my frame for the TV. I don't need to draw again. There's the TV. Then if I want to shade, for example, and Let me copy that shading. Yes, see, it copied the shade thing. Then, the shade pen. Then I can make it darker, which it didn't happen. Okay, I'll make it darker. Then, it's a TV. Yeah, that's a TV. So it's the same thing for the other furnitures. You just go to the layer. It's nothing so difficult, I think. You copy, then you move up. About them. Make sure it's aligned from the top. You see? So you just move there. Then after you draw the guide around it, then you can just sketch. Sorry. Okay, I want my brush. I want it to be black. The size is thin. Okay, so this is okay. Okay, let me. Okay, if you want, I can design this label better. Probably. Yeah, it's a sketch. You don't have to be so precise. You're after the design, right? So you don't be. You're basically studying your design by doing this. So is the space looking? Does it work? Does it function well? That's the most important for design. Okay, for example, this one. I'm copying again, then I'm moving full height, probably something like 600 height. Or actually, I can just do one, and later I'll copy it. So, see, I'm just repeating the same steps all over again. So, probably you have a back, a chair back. So, probably, yeah, you have that back. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna erase this, and this. I'm missing one leg there. So make it look like a chain. I think it's fine for now. I'm copying it and putting it here. Yeah. Alright. So we have the chair, we have tabletop, we have sofa, we have the bathroom. Okay, bedroom. Okay, same style of drawing. I just copying it up. Make sure it's aligned. Then I'll do the drawing guide around it. Then, okay, here we can grab my furniture. Okay. Oops, sorry. I think something wrong. I need to redo my guide. Oops, sorry. You have to do your strokes in a smooth way, or else you're gonna. Oh, see, like this one. Oh, is it okay? It's like tapering. You see, like a pyramid. So, probably Okay, another way I do is I just do one side only, and I just go from there. Okay, it's a bed. Then I do the drawing guide again. Probably okay. Okay. So I'm sketching very loosely. Yeah. So, but in industrial design, I believe you need to be very precise on your corners. Like for us, before we move to like the real 3D modeling stuff, right? We can be as loose as we want, like here. Okay, this is the pillar so simple. Okay. Okay. Um,
Yes, I like your rough and fast sketching style
Hi,
actually.
finish right? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we still have like 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, you still
It's
have
20 minutes.
time. You can
Is
take
it?
your time. Yeah, you can have more
All
time.
right, sure. Okay,
You
so
don't need to hurry.
I'm trying to do the headboard, so it's up to you, whatever design you want. So yeah. Okay, when you click this, what do you call this again, Jenny? This
We call
button.
this drawing neatly. It helps
Oh,
you
is
like
it?
the
Okay.
straight lines
Wait.
and the circles.
Yes, when you click this one, it restricts your lines into straight lines, and if you're doing a closed shape, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, it becomes a circle. So you try to like look at it when you're drawing because you might get weird lines. So like here, I just want simple lines. Okay, anyway, that's the headboard for now. It's just a thick line there. Okay, so for example, this side table, so the same thing I do, I just copy them. Okay, tables are like 50 mm below the bed, so something like that. Then I draw on this. So I just sketch whatever design I want. So for example, I see I should click the normal drawing plane. Okay, I want to do a better drawing plane around this one. Okay, I think that's better. Then I'm gonna do a nice idea. Actually, it's not nice. Okay, so okay, that's fine. Let me erase that lamp under, and this one I need to select it. I need to move this. Oops, I need to move this up. How do I copy it? So I copy the top lamp and then okay, I will just sketch something here. For example, that's my line. I need support for the leg, the pole. So I just drew a line in the middle, and it doesn't have to be a real round pole. Basically, you just want the intent. So you see, okay, that's a line. So I think, okay, I need to select all these furnitures because I need to copy it on the other side. Okay, I'll erase this first. Let me. What's happening? Okay, I'm copying this. Right. Okay, this is. Okay, I'm moving to the chair. Okay, this chair. And this is Jenny's favorite. The chair. Okay. Let me draw my drawing plane around this. Again, this is okay. Sorry, I'll use that. This is my style, and you can have your own style of doing this, but for me, I do like this. For example, I'm going to the side right, then I'll try to follow the shape, probably like that on one side. I don't know if it's nice, then I'm gonna trace it on the other side. Then at the back, probably I'll just do like that. Okay, there are other ways of doing this. Okay, so oops, you can undo if you, yeah, that's what's good about iPad sketching, right? You can undo, unlike drawing on paper, right? It's like you need to erase. Okay, I can draw probably a vertical here and another one on the other side. You can add more detail, like probably there's like that. Okay. Oops. Then again, also that's the top. Okay. If I select this top and this one. Okay, what if I copy this and make it smaller? What happens? Yeah, why not? Wait, I'll scale it now. Okay, let me see. There you go. I think it's gonna work. Okay, so I think my next step is I'm gonna draw the seat. I think the seat can be there. Seat can align there. Okay, make sure when you draw on the drawing plane, it's perpendicular to your screen, or else. Okay, you can actually shape this if you want. If I want to match the previous shape, where's the shape? Okay, here. Okay, then I'll go here. I can shape this one. You see, it covers your line, so be careful when you do that. You can, it's very thick, so make it thin probably, or if not, you just pull it down. Yeah, pull it down. Anyway, it's a sketch, so that still works fine. You can furniture. Okay, you can erase this link. Anyway, yeah. Okay, I'll not do the lamp. I think it's the same thing as this. Oops, same thing as this table lamp. Okay, so
Okay, wow.
yeah, I think that's about it. You can shade more. I suggest you shade. You can have two types of shading, one light and one dark. Okay, I'll show you. For example, if you have this bed, right? For example, we have this bed. Then on top, it should be lighter because of the light, right? So, okay, so, okay. We just show them, and then this. So, I move it down a bit so you can see the lines more. Or you can do better than that because I'm rushing.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay. Okay, another one, for example, you want to draw darker because it's on the side, right? Yeah, you just shade it dark. So you can see more depth on your sketch, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, darker. So that's about it. Okay, this sketch, you can add more like windows, doors. Yeah, on the same way. It's very simple. Just remember your drawing plane, wherever you draw on it, right? I mean, wherever you place it, you will draw perpendicular to it. So if I draw there, then I just double tap, then you can draw on this plane, basically. So you keep on rotating this drawing plane to wherever you want. Then you draw on it.
Yeah, it was so cool to see the whole process only in like an hour, less than an hour actually. I think it could be nice if we can actually see some other examples of your notes.
Okay.
You just showed them in pictures, so maybe we can view one of them.
You mean the other, my other sketches?
Yeah, one of
Okay.
them maybe.
Okay, we still have, 10 minutes?
Yeah, we still
Okay,
have about 10 minutes. Cool, you
Okay.
have a lot of drawings.
Okay, that sketch, I'll show you the first time I did that sketch, which is here. Okay, it's loading. So this is the completed one. You see, it's more carefully drawn.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, it got pillows, the shading also.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to show, even the windows. The chair is better here. Plus, it's the same style. You see the lamp, I shaded the top.
Yeah.
So it will look more like a lamp. Okay, let me open the other sketches. And here, right, this is a real project. We were studying the facade of this restaurant, right? So instead of doing it in 3D, I tried to like sketch because this is quite difficult to 3D. You see, it's curving. It's like a folded curtain fabric, right? You see,
Yeah.
So if you do this in 3D, it will take time. So yeah, you can use Feather for sketching this one to get explore the ideas. Even this feature, see, imagine if you draw this in 3D, how long will it take? You see, it's suspended art. You see, yeah, quite cool for exploring ideas. Okay, I'll show you another one, which is okay. This is another real project. It's alfresco dining. We were studying how the roofs will be arranged. So as you can see here, okay, the field of view, right? Okay, I'll give you a tip. Field of view for the human eye, the standard is, you guess what? It's 48. 48.
Ah.
48. So that's the standard field of view of the eye, 48.
That's
So
a good
if you
tip.
want to drag it into a wider lens, right? You see? Yeah, there. 20, this is 20 mm. Yeah. See, you can view it in different vantage points. So you can really study your design lab.
Yes.
So you can improve it a lot. See, by doing all this thing, I think it's cool. Okay, I'll show you more. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, let me go to which one you want to see.
Well, I've actually liked all your sketches.
Okay, I'll show you. Okay, you see, this is my first sketch on Feather. Because I was trying to learn the tools, right? So I tried to do a simple shed, I would say. It's very simple. So all the tools I've explored here from the shading, see the planting there. See, I only use lines. I don't want to make it complicated. I just want the feel of how I would use the tools. See, there's some columns, some trellis on top. Okay, the shadow here, I also drew it to make it feel more real. I mean, see the shadow in gray. See, I even practice a furniture also.
Yeah.
There, simple lines, but it show the purpose of it. The plants. See, even waterfall. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. You have the background.
And the final touching is the birds.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. Okay. I like sketching a lot. I think Feather has a very small learning curve, really. The tools are very simple and you can really get good results even with few sketches. Okay, this is the biggest sketch I've done with Feather. It's the Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. You see how big this is.
Yeah, this is like a masterpiece.
But actually, I'm trying to improve it every time I open this.
Oh, wow.
So you see, a lot of lines are still very loose. Probably in some time when I'm free, right, I will make this more nice. Like you see, very sketchy inside there.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it's okay. Even the helicopters there. Okay, I want to show how many more minutes? 3 minutes. Okay. You want to see which one? Furniture. Okay, this furniture.
Yeah, the furniture one.
Okay, this furniture, I try to copy a real photo, right?
Wow.
So you see, even the painting, I try to copy from the photo.
Wow.
You see, you can from afar you can understand, right? There's 2 persons by the pool sitting on the loungers. Yeah. So I tried to copy because I was testing this Feather, how far it can go. See the shading, but I hope Feather would really put the paint bucket something or fill tool. So when you draw a close shape, right, then you just get a bucket tool to fill fill it in. So that would be best, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So see, I try to copy. So yeah, you
It's
can play around
more
with the art.
realistic than most of your sketches.
Then okay, let's see another one. Another minute. Okay, this is another project. Probably you want to see also. This is a teens club. Okay, I was doing this very fast also. It's a container. You know those freight containers.
Yes.
These are freight containers stacked together. They want to use this as a teams club. So I was just studying how the plan would work. See,
wow.
I have the staircase there going up to the second
You
floor.
have all the
There will
plans.
be tables there. And it's by the beach basically. So and there will be graffiti on around the container.
Yes.
So, it's quite fun for the teams. Yeah, so that's a study. Sketch.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing everything with us.
Yeah, that's about it. I hope everyone learned something from all my sketches.
Yes,
right.
And I think we already have several questions and also more questions coming, I think. So maybe it's time for us to get through the questions. Thank you, Ariel, for sharing your sketching and doing the live demo. Okay. It was really awesome. And actually, I've seen your sketches several times, I guess, from the community, you've sharing like a lot. But it was so interesting to actually see how you do it, because you have your own tips and like your measurements of proportions and everything was really amazing and interesting even for me. So let's get back and we would go through the questions. There are some already on our chat, and I would like to go through some that I can answer first, and then I will go to the question to Ariel. So one thing was if there are any plans for iPhone support. And just a second, I think the person who has asked this is not here at the moment. But for the answer, we are actually planning for more iPhone support. You can also check. Oops. Wait. Yeah, you can also download the app on your phone already, but it's not really comfortable to use it as the screen might be too small at the moment, but we are thinking of having a better support for iPhones. And I'm happy and glad that everyone is happy with the iPad support, since it could be able to do quick sketches on the run. One more thing, I think I would like to answer with my tablet about drawing neatly. Ariel was using this and has been explaining a bit. So you tap the pen icon here once more and it changes the mode. We actually have the icons with two modes, the eraser and select and deselect. So for this one, if you draw fast, it straightens your lines, even the guides, like this, or like the circles, ovals. And you can also just hold it a bit, then you can adjust the ends or the circles, you can change the size. Also the ovals, you can change the size. And for the circles, we have one more. You can start from the center point wherever you want. You drag it and then you can draw a circle. So this is the draw neatly mode we call. And I think it's nice whenever you want to draw like circles, which is, hard if it's just like a freestyle one. It gets like a bit wibbly and wobbly, which you won't like. And this was one question I've answered about how to straighten the lines. And one question was about, to Ariel, how do you use this drawing as part of communicating with others? Do you export the model to some presentation tool that supports 3D? Or is Feather only for personal ideation exploration? Would love to know your communication process and style.
Well, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So basically, right, with Feather, with my sketches on Feather, basically, I meet with my team, right? Then I show them the Feather sketch and really show them, explore the model in different views. So we get comments from everyone using that model. Then if once we get all the comments, then we finalize the model, right? Then we try to export different views from the sketch, from the Feather sketch, and put them on our presentation, which basically we use like InDesign, or sometimes these sketches, right? We also add shading to it using Photoshop. Then we make it really nice. So then it goes to the InDesign presentation file. For exporting it in another software, well, we haven't. Although I've tried using it, I've tried using the AR capabilities of it, which is quite cool, I would say. But yeah, basically it's more for collaboration with the team, and yeah, using those still images in our presentation. We show to the clients.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Ariel. And
Yeah.
the next question was about how can I draw a cone shape or any tapered shape using the 3D guide. And I think this I might like to answer with the tablet here. So for the cone or tapered shape, actually we are developing more features and functions for making the surfaces in different shapes of the guide easier. For example, to draw a cone or a tapered shape, I think it would be more easier if you guys all use the 3D modeling tools. We call it Loft. But yet we don't have it, so I will show you how I kind of do it. For example, to like draw something like a vase, I would draw the side shape of the vase, and then I go to the top, and then I have my starting point in green, and I press this flag icon here. It's the bend icon. I draw a circle, like a rotating circle, and it becomes the vase shape. So basically I don't need to make it circle. I also could go in a weird shape, and it would make like a weird shape of vase, I would say. So if I do this like with the cone, I would draw like shapes, the cone side of the cone, and then I go to the top and I draw the circle, and then it becomes the cone. So I can draw on top of it. And one tip or trick I have is that we can import OBJ files. So I actually have some files in OBJ, like cones and cubes and cylinders, and I just import the OBJ file into my scene. And I can draw on top of this OBJ also as a guide. So this is one of the tips. So I just keep the basic shapes as a template, actually. And one more question was about non-screen tablets using, I guess, with the desktop PC also. We have actually a connection connected with the keyboard and the pen tablets. So if you are used to using pen tablets, I think you can get used to using Feather also with your PC. And the next one is also about more user-friendly for pen tablet, but a touch screen. It's need to be optimized for pen tablets. And if we are getting recorded video of this. So I would like to answer that we are actually in work for optimizing the users to be more better, to have a better experience with pen tablets with the PC. So since the development of this app started actually more for the tablets, like iPads, like with the touch and pen device, we are a bit in behind with the experience for the users with the pen tablets and desktop, but we are coming up with like customizing key maps, like you can customize the keys you want to use as a shortcut. And we are coming up for, I think there were some glitches and some bugs in the desktop version, and we are fixing those too. So anytime we have any updates, we will announce it in this community channel or by email and in the app, so please stay tuned. And I think we have been through most of the questions till now. If there is any more questions you would like to ask, or if you just want to speak, you can also raise your hands. I think some are typing, and I'm so happy for all of you who is saying that this webinar was helpful and you have learned a lot. Okay, then I guess I think we can finish the webinar earlier than we have planned if there is no more questions. Ariel, would there be anything more you would like to say or talk about?
I have a question, actually.
Oh yeah, okay, you can ask.
Or for Sketchsoft.
Yeah.
Do you have plans for integrating AI
Oh, about AI. That's like the
into your
yeah.
Feather? Yeah.
That's a very interesting topic these days, actually, in the 3D graphic scene. I've got a lot of questions about that, actually, when we were in exhibiting in SIGGRAPH. About AI, we are actually experimenting inside our team about that. We are experimenting of how our sketches from Feather could be a nice input for the AI generators. Because the AI generators always work better with better input data. And there are actually some papers experimenting and studying about 3D sketches being the input data, and then the output would be a 3D modeling file or a shaded drawing and renderings. So for those to be very precise, they always need a 3D sketch that is really right with the perspectives. And we believe Feather could be a really nice input data because it's already a sketch in 3D, in 3 dimension, and has the 3D, all the data's in 3 dimension already. And it's like a code based. So we are actually looking forward to have a nice collaboration with AI generators to have our sketch and then make that into a 3D modeling faster or like a rendering faster.
That's cool to hear.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward for that, but it's just hard to, promise exactly when that could be possible or things like that. But we are also experimenting a lot with it. And yeah, we aren't, but one thing I would like to also maybe answer for is that we aren't that much interested at the moment yet about, having like an AI inside Feather, like, AI helping you draw or sketch. That's not
Like
at the moment like a
like
priority.
writing a prompt. Just
Yeah.
writing a prompt, right? Then
Yeah,
the
exactly.
sketch will appear or something.
Yeah, so at the moment, that's not a lot of interest inside us. Inside us, it's more like
Okay.
using Feather, like the sketch from Feather to the AI. Actually, we have tested sometimes like with the Feather drawings, like a sketch, and then we put it into DALL-E or some of those AI generators like free.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we help make them color it or render it, and that's quite cool actually. Sometimes it seems like they understand the outlines of Feather from the drawing and what I wanted to have as a shape or form. So
Right.
I think I might have some time maybe having some fun with the AIs, and I could share some of them with the community later. Thank you for the question. Okay, then anything more? I think that was more or less all for today.
Thank you everyone who joined.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. Thank you everyone and everyone for this time. And even after the webinar, we are still here. I'm still here mostly online in the community. So everyone's welcome to join any channels here, or if you have any more questions, you could also ask here. So feel free to join our community. Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day
you.
or evening. By the time zones are all different, I think. A lot of people are from different countries. So thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.